you just do one thing from this presentation, I want you to think about how you can become the primary translator of the world of your target market. And a primary translator does this. A primary translator goes out to the fringes, to worlds where I do not have the time, the experience, or the bandwidth to go, to the horizon that I might not know about, and brings back important information for me using my language in easy-to-digest bites. That is a translator. You look at the old age of influence, we bought from, we connected with, we trusted, we followed the technicians, people with the most information, because we didn't have access to it. And as I've said, that access lever has completely shifted now. Now we all have access to information. People we buy from now, they are the ones that are able to translate that information for us. Now, if you want to become a translator, the best way that I know to do that is to keep what I would call a relentless question radar. Your target market, the people that you are trying to reach, they have questions. We think in questions, we search in questions. So if you understand the questions of your target market, you are 9/10 of the way to being the most influential voice in their head. Now, our questions tend to fall into 4 buckets. What are the challenges that I'm going to face on this road, on this journey, on what we're facing, and what I'm facing? What are the opportunities that I might have? What are the opportunities I might have that I don't know that I have? That's when you become a real trusted advisor or a real trusted authority. It's when you're 3 steps ahead of me and you're able to map this out for me. What questions might I have about the process that I'm about to go on? And what questions might I have about trends that are going to be impacting me? In order to do this, you need to become a student of the world of the people you are trying to reach. A student of the world of your consumer, a student of the world of your team. Every target market has what I would call charismatic language. It's language that they use, it's questions that they ask when they're by themselves talking to their peers. And it is your job as an influencer to become fluent in that language. So what I want you to do, here's something you can do right now. And I have it on my phone. And every time I get asked a question, I write it down. I write it down. It becomes the basis of content. It becomes the basis of training manuals. It becomes the basis of sales scripts. It becomes the basis of my thinking, of the way that I communicate. So keep a relentless question radar. And what I want you to do, if you can do that, the next level, start sharing it with your team. Collect it together. Once a month, share it. Answer those questions. Compare answers. Oh, I have got this amazing answer to this question. Let me share it with you. So keep a relentless question radar, because the future will belong to those who become fluent and own the questions of their target market. I'm just going to leave you with this one. And I think that this one is probably one of the most important facets that we will have coming in the next kind of few months and maybe even years. There is a myth out there, and I call it the confidence myth. And this confidence myth is responsible for keeping some of the best organizations, the brightest leaders, the most interesting ideas on the sidelines. And it is this myth that I will do X, stand up, speak out, try something new, raise my hand, say no, use my voice when I feel more confident. And we all have versions of that sentence. And I just want to tell you how much that is not true. In my experiences in 20 years, I have never found that to be true. Confidence shows up when we show up over and over and over again. Confidence is the result. It is not the ingredients. I have a young daughter, she's 4. And I take her to the park, obviously not recently, but take her to the park and she's trying to figure out the monkey bars right now. And so she's jumping up, falling down, jumping up, falling down. And I look at her and I'm like, honey, you all right? You feeling a little bit more confident now? And she goes, no, and just keeps going. Because she understands that confidence is a result of showing up. And something happens when we get older or we rise through the ranks in seniority. We start to believe that confidence comes first, and it doesn't. It comes last. So if we're not waiting on confidence, what can we do? This is what I want you to do. I want you to focus instead on certainty. I want you to focus instead of communicating with certainty, acting with certainty. And again, this is something we are going to need in spades. People who are able to communicate and act with certainty, map out the path for us, translate it for us. And this is what certainty looks like. Certainty looks like this. Today, I give you the best that I have, where all of my experiences, all of my mistakes, all of my collaborations, all of my peers, all of my ideas, where everything has led me. Today I give you the best that I have. And tomorrow, if I get new information, I will change my mind. I will pivot, to use a word that's used a lot at the moment. But right now, today, I give you the best that I've got. That is certainty. Certainty is a downward sensation. Confidence is an upward sensation. It's adrenaline. It's not helpful. I want certainty. I don't want confidence for you. I don't want confidence for your teams. I don't want confidence for the leaders. And if you look at the slide that I have currently, I don't want confidence for any little girl or boy sat outside of Parliament trying to drive a conversation or a movement when they feel too small or too inexperienced or too insignificant to do so. What I want for them is certainty. I want gravity. I want the ability to be able to attract the people they need, the opportunities they want, and the resources that it's going to require. So please take that. Now is not a time for confidence. Now is a time for certainty.